All right. I am going to lead us through a shorter practice today. So let's begin by sitting up tall. Do a few shoulder rolls back. Let your shoulders just land down away from your ears and gently close your eyes. Wherever you're sitting, wherever you're at right now, just take in the space around you. Notice the temperature of your surroundings. Feel the seat beneath you. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the sensation of your clothes on your skin. Any sounds around you, distant sounds, sounds that are closer. Any ideas that you aren't landing on any one of those sounds or sensations. And you're putting yourself instead in that seat of observer. Turn your observation to your breathing. Notice how you're breathing. Is it a complete breath or a shallow breath? Is your breath long and drawn out? Let's take a few more deep breaths here. And before you open your eyes, let's set an intention for your practice. Using those I am words. I am centered. I am calm. I am happy. I am whatever. Just repeat that mantra, that affirmation a few times silently to yourself. And then on your next inhale, slowly open your eyes, reach your arms up towards the sky or the ceiling. Then on your exhale, do our first twist of the day. Twist to the right, open your arms out wide. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. And exhale to your left. Back to center. And now let your elbows bend. Squeeze your upper back muscles. Then drop your fingers down to face the ground. Inhale, rotate up. Exhale and rotate down. Again, up and down. Reach your arms out to the side. Maybe separate your feet a little wider so you have a little wider base. And you're going to now lean laterally, side to side, stretching out your side waist. Good. One more time, each direction. Good. Back to center. Let's walk our feet back under us. Take your right knee and cross it completely over your left. We're going to do a little Gardasana crunch for the center of our body. So your right leg is over. Your right arm is going to be under, rather. Bend at your elbows and then maybe a secondary cross at your wrists, at your hands, but that one's not necessary. On your inhale, reach up a little bit towards the sky, and then on your exhale, like you're doing a crunch, round your spine, draw your elbows towards your navel. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, round. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, round. Good, release your arms wide. And now let's take a twist to your right. Left elbow comes around, make a fist with your left hand, flat right palm. Pull your right shoulder back, take 3 deep breaths. Then release your right arm forward, and we're going to draw big circles up, back, down, and forward. Up, back, down, forward again, up, back, down, and forward. Come on out of that twist. Let's switch legs. And then go into a Garudasana arms as well. So your left leg is over, so your left arm's going to be under, elbow on elbow, and then potentially that second twist or bind rather at your hands, at your wrists. Inhale, fingers come up maybe just an inch or two, and then exhale, round everything in, navel to your spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. Again, inhale and exhale. Back to center. Let's go for that twist now. So right elbow around, right hand is in a fist, left hand is flat. Draw your left shoulder back, 3 deep breaths. And then we're going to release your left arm forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, down. Last time, forward, up, back, and down. Then untwist. Go for a little run, walk it out, jog it out. Okay. So we're going to come up into chair pose standing. So you want your feet at least hip width distance apart. If this does not work for your knees, obviously you won't come all the way down and up off the chair. You'll just go into like a regular chair pose and not come all the way down to your seat, okay? So arms back. The weight is going to come into our heels. So you're going to shift your arms forward. Now we're off of the chair. Reach your arms up towards the sky, and then as you come down, make sure the chair is there. Back a little. All right, come up and down. Come up and down. Do it again. This time we'll stay in that chair. Pause, breathe. Okay, let's twist to our right. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and bring your right arm back. Right thumb to the sky, 3 deep breaths. Weight is still in your heels. And then back to chair. Go to your other side. Deep breath. Back to center. And then up to standing. Okay. Reach, come down to your chair. Turn your chair seat to face you. Stand facing your chair. Inhale, reach your arms up. We're going to catch our left arm with our right hand. And on an exhale, lean to the right. Come back to center, switch arms. Lean to your left. Come back to center, switch arms. Lean to your right. Back to center, switch arms, lean to your left, and center. Hands behind your back. You can either grab your elbows or, if possible, bring your hands into that reverse namaste position. shoulders moving back. Broaden your collarbones, press your palms into one another, and breathe. Then slowly slide your hands down your back and reach up towards the sky. Exhale, soft knees, flow down, hands onto your chair. Let's do a little seated cat and cow, or not seated, but standing cat and cow. Flexing your spine and extending your spine. Then come to neutral, and let's go into that lateral flexion, side to side. All right, we're just gonna step our right foot forward and our left foot back. Both feet are flat on your mat, heel to toe. Inhale, get long through your spine and activate your quadricep muscles. On your exhale, a little softening in your elbows. Inhale, get long. Exhale, soften. Inhale and get long. Exhale and soften. Good. Keep your left hand on your chair. Bring your right hand to your hip. Roll your right shoulder back. Little twist to your right, and then possibly extend your right arm straight up. If that's too much on your shoulder or puts too much pressure on your low back, then don't extend your arm, just keep it on your hip. Good, bring your right hand down. Now we're gonna come up to standing. We're gonna take our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers, roll our shoulders open, engage our quadriceps again, press the hips back, bring your heart forward, and breathe. On your inhale, come on up, release your hands. Bring your hands to your heart and just step your left foot forward and your right foot back. Heel to toe down. Engage your quads. Bring your hands back to the chair. Inhale, get long. Exhale and bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend. All right, right hand stays on your chair, left hand to your hip this time. Roll your left shoulder back and potentially extend your left arm up overhead. Breathe. Bring your left hand down. Use your abdominals to pull yourself up to standing. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, strong through the tops of your legs. Come on down. Just to that point of resistance in your left hamstrings. Breathe. And then on your inhale, come on up. Release your hands overhead. Then hands to your heart. Step up towards your chair. Okay. We're going to do a little balance series. So turn your chair around now so your chair back is facing you. And let's start with our right leg being our standing leg. And our left foot is going to come up high as it can go for tree pose. Hands start at your heart center or one hand on your chair, either way. Find a drishti, a gazing point in front of you. Breathe, squeeze foot into thigh, thigh into foot. And then let's interlace our fingers and do that same move that we just did behind our back. So palms are going to face outward. Reach your arms up if you can. Draw your low rib cage in. Deep breath. Good. Slowly release your arms down. Bring your left knee forward. and down. All right, take your chair to the other side. Left leg is your standing leg. Reach down, grab your right foot, bring it up as high as it can go. And either stay down here or hands at your heart or a hover, or kind of that last krama is again, palms facing outward, low ribs in, making your body as straight as an arrow. Good, slowly release and bring your knee forward and down. Let's switch one more time. We did Garudasana seated. Now we're gonna do a variation of Garudasana standing. So your right leg is your standing leg. You're gonna bend into your right knee. All of the weight goes back into your right heel for the most part. Go ahead and cross your left ankle or left knee over. And then the ankle bind is optional for a lot of us, myself included. That bothers my knee too much, so I'm just gonna go for the leg cross with strong adduction towards the midline of my body. So you can stay like this, working on the balance, working on bringing some of that weight off of your right hand. You can also place your right arm on top of your left and come into that Garudasana like we did seated in the chair. Take 3 deep breaths. And then slowly release, cross into your right heel, squeeze your left knee up, and then down. Let's take our chair to the other side and switch. Left leg is your standing leg, bend down, weight in your left heel, cross your right leg over, either just starting to lighten the grip with your left hand or placing your left over your right, Garudasana arm, deep breath. Actually, other arm should be, yeah, that way. Do the arms that you didn't do. Good, slowly release, push into your left heel, squeeze your right knee up, and come on down. Let's do a few hip circles. This is a little bit of an express class, which is good sometimes. Sometimes we don't have a full hour. And instead of thinking like, oh, I can't do yoga today, I don't have the time, do a shorter class. All right, make sure you've gone both directions. And then we're going to slide our chair over to the end of our mat. We're going to come down to the ground. You're going to slide your left leg under your chair, lower onto your back, and then your right leg is going to come up onto the chair seat. So up onto the chair seat with your right leg. And this is intended to really release your sacrum. So we're going to be here for a couple minutes. And that can be challenging, moving, we were going in a pretty good pace there for the beginning part of the practice, which is good, but it's also good to practice some stillness and staying in some of these asanas, because we are creatures of activity and our little brains go, 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 and do. And we kind of pride ourselves on that. But we've got to find that yin to our yang. Got to be able to slow down, to let the body dissolve and settle. And this is definitely a dissolve and settle asana. So no movement at all. You're just going to let the support of your chair, the weight of your body, and your breath do the work here. And again, the work is happening in our low back, our sacral spine. That's where the vertebrae are no longer separate in your sacrum. They're actually fused right before our coccyx, our tailbone. And this is an area that troubles a lot of people. Because you can imagine, it doesn't have the mobility as the rest of the spine does. And we do a lot of sitting. And we have a lot of issue with weak glute muscles. And all of that contributes to grumpy sacrums. So this is all about your sacral spine right now. It's releasing, broadening. Notice where your mind tends to be pulled. Maybe it's back into that chatter, back into some to-do lists. Or maybe your mind becomes like a, teenage girl and gets frustrated and wants to be somewhere else. And these are all good opportunities for us to rein it back in, to notice where our mind goes, and then take control. Take 3 more breaths here. And then I want you to be very mindful about coming out of this. It's not perfect. It's a little awkward, but slide your right foot off of the chair first. If you can, either use the sides of your mat and come up onto your elbows, or however you need to get up off the ground, and then just kind of scoot your hips back. You're going to slide your right leg under, come down onto your back first, maybe get a little closer to your chair, and then slide your left foot through the back of your chair. Hopefully you have that kind of chair to work with. And once again, close your eyes. Let's go back to that simple act of just being in this asana. Physically allowing our bodies to just be supported. Know that there's all kinds of little fine adjustments that your body is making right now, even though it doesn't feel like it, even though we're not in motion anymore. Your body is lengthening, repositioning, perhaps going back into adjustment. And that's your physical body, but your mental and emotional body is also kind of recalibrating. No longer incessantly thinking, doing. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And then I invite you to try a little variation here of legs up the wall for your Shavasana position. So I know my chair is a little too close, so I can just simply tip my chair away, releasing my right leg, and then make some little fine-tuned adjustments so that my knees are a little closer to being stacked over my hips. My legs are supported up by the chair. Allow that comfortable heaviness that accompanies relaxation to enter your whole body. Feel a softening in your jaw and your eyes. Lots of room for your breath. Feel an expansiveness across your chest and your stomach. Let go of all preconceived ideas of what a relaxed body and mind should actually feel like. And instead, just accept the space that you're in today, mentally, physically. Slowly and gently draw your attention to the tip of your nose, where your breath is coming in and out of your nostrils. Notice how cool the in-breath is and how warm your exhale is. Slowly slide one heel at a time towards you. Roll over onto your right side, pausing there for a breath or two. And slowly let your eyes drift open. And we're going to slowly press up to standing. And separate your feet nice and wide. Soften your knees. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring your hands back to the center of your heart. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Last one, put a smile on your face. Have a wonderful week. weekend. Namaste.